Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Football Takeover. Welcome to Kick. Welcome to X. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome, Ali. How you doing, Ali?
How are you, Bobby? Not too bad, mate. Just getting ready to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, all back to normal for most
Well, I've
people.
been working, but not full pelt. So
Yeah,
the festive season is over. I'm back to work tomorrow. What about yourself? You all right? You feeling better a little bit, or the same?
no, the same, mate. I'll be glad when
That's
it's
the
all
same.
over and done with, if I'm to be honest. But there we go.
Well, fingers crossed.
Um,
Crossed. Sooner rather than later.
exactly. Before I start, keep all the football transfer questions for a show that I will do within the next 48 hours. There'll be no warning, it will just go up. Um, and yes, there will be a football transfer show within the next 48 hours. Okay, because I want to try and keep this to whatever that was last night. So we'll get onto that in a minute. But yeah, kind of keep football transfer questions for that show because it will happen. It'll be the next 48 hours, I promise.
So that's
Um,
either what's that, Monday or Tuesday then?
yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it will
Fine.
be. It will be happening at some point. It will just happen when I can find a window to do it. Big up to
Cool.
Mo saying evening. I'll be honest, that Mo, I didn't even see your next question before you answered this. Any transfer news? No. If you see the stream, if you don't, if I will warn anyone that doesn't watch it live, post questions in the comments, and I will answer the questions in the comments the best I can.
Yeah.
So no one will miss out. There will be one a week until I can't physically do it. Yeah, so that's the best I can do. Big up to Temi saying evening. Scoreline flattered Bournemouth, to be honest. I'll be honest, Temi, it didn't. You'll see very shortly when we get into the stats that I think we got away with one. Um, I'll be honest, that game, even though it was 3-2, 5 goals, hence why I've put in exclamation marks thriller, because it was not a thriller. That was probably the worst 3-2 game I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm,
And I've watched a lot, and that was horrendous. If that ended 0-0, I don't think any of us would have been shocked,
yeah.
if I'm honest. York would have had more goals. Oh, Jesus Christ. Temmie. I'm either going to go to hospital with the thing in my throat, or because you've given me a mental breakdown with the silly lover, to be
It's
honest.
too funny.
I'm still going to give Jokeres till next season to turn this around, but I'm starting to lose faith. I'll be honest, I thought Jokeres played a very good game yesterday, and I'll get on to why. But I think people aren't giving Jokeres enough credit for what he
I think what
does
yeah,
do.
it's
He's not doing the
because he's
job
not
that he's meant
scoring.
to. Well, yeah, exactly. But you need to
But
look at the
like
other
people don't,
aspects.
people have got a very like they're sighted in terms of like how they see him, and then obviously other clubs and I mean, what other strikers apart from Ekatike have done well this season? Everyone keeps going about Watermade, whatever his name is, but
Votmada, yeah.
he's missed some sitters. I don't think he's got that many. Well, if he's got a few more than Jokeres, then he's only got one or two more goals in the league anyway. So they've all been quite flat. The striker signings, apart from Ekatike, really, no one else has really hit the ground running. And unfortunately, people are not seeing the work that you and I are seeing off of the ball.
Yeah.
But then everyone they'll say, "Oh yeah, but we can buy anyone to do that." But it's not as easy as that, is it?
No.
As we know. But that's a football. That's the football opinions out there, and everyone's entitled to their view, I guess.
Exactly. Big up to Chris. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I obviously know what happened with Liverpool today. Big up, everyone. 3 points safely brought home. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, mate. I do appreciate it. I definitely do hope everything gets better soon. Big up to Dylan, big up gents. Not the most comfortable of a win, but 3 points is 3 points. That bit I do agree with. 3 points is three
Yeah.
points. However, I will still be critical when I need to be. Question is, why won't Arteta give any minutes to Eze? Seems like he doesn't want him in. We'll get on to that shortly. Evening, gents, and to the chat. Big up to my pod brother who did join me. Thank you very much for doing that, mate, yesterday. Big up to Scott saying, hey, Bobby and Ali. Another win yesterday. It's another win.
That's
It's
all we
another
gotta
win,
do.
but that's about it. Yeah, Thiago's another one. He's done very well this season.
But I was about to bring him up and say I'd say out of all the strikers that everyone keeps talking about, Igor Thiago for me
Yeah,
is worth a punt, mate.
he is. So many people judge players on GA. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I say we stick with Victor. I'm confident we see the best of him next season. I think we'll see the best of him soon. It's coming. It's coming, people. I can see the hard work he's been putting in.
have you seen the stats of him when he plays for us and when he doesn't play for us?
No, not really. I don't pay attention to that rubbish.
So that's what 17 wins, one draw, something, one loss,
Yeah.
and without him, it's nowhere near that.
Okay. Yeah.
So in terms of in
Madness.
favour of what basically what we're saying, in terms of
Mm,
yes, he's doing everything apart from score, which is the most important thing to a lot of people, and I understand that, and even you and I.
yeah.
But if he's not doing that, the least we make those runs into the channel, make space for others, hold up the
Yeah.
ball better than you have been. He's starting to things like that, and then
Yeah.
that just shows in the stats. Every game that Gyökeres has played for Arsenal this season. Well, sorry, I'll say that again. The numbers show I think it's 19 games, 17 wins in all competitions, one draw, one loss with Gyökeres starting.
Mm,
And with that, when he doesn't start, that's when the other two, three draws, the other two, one or two losses came.
yeah. Yeah.
So he
It
does
is
make a
mad.
difference.
He does. He does. Thank you, mate. I do honestly. I do appreciate your company, especially with the watch longs. They are
Yes, Bernie.
hard to do, especially when Arsenal do not perform very well. I love to see Igor Thiago play against low blocks every week. Well, this is true. This is true.
But
But
he's very good at holding up the board. I mean, I've been lucky enough to watch him this season at the G Tech regularly. He's a quality football player. I'd say
yeah,
his all round game is better than Ivan Toney, and a lot of people wanted Ivan Toney. He's
yeah,
more mobile. He gets around the pitch better. Um, he doesn't give up. He's like your Perez. He'll run the grass, and he's technically gifted, given
yeah.
the opportunity. And I'm sure you've seen him when he was at Club Brugge and stuff before me.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. Big up to Angie. Took 5 defenders with him for Rice's first goal. He does so much more. He does honestly. He does more that people don't notice. He's a striker. Strikers tend to stay in front of the goal. They get in people's way. He makes sure he gets out of the way when people. He knows what's happening, and he's very what's the word?
He's alert.
He's alert to the
He's very
situation that.
conscious around his surroundings.
Yeah, that's the one. Obviously, yeah, my brain's just not working at the
No, you're
moment at
good,
all.
mate.
So
I
yeah,
spotted that
thank
as
you,
well.
Angie. Yeah, well,
I
that's what
spotted
I
that as
know,
well.
and I noticed it with 2 goals yesterday, and I was paying a lot of attention to Gyökeres because he was doing stuff that a normal striker wouldn't do. They tend to just stay there because they're a bit dumb, right? But
Yeah.
Gyökeres is literally moving out of the way, so he doesn't get in the way of a shot. He's honestly doing so much more that people just don't notice. I just don't like Gyökeres' first touch. His first touch has never been
The
pristine,
greatest. No.
but he'll make up for it. Well, look, just give him time. I think Israel's spot on here with the next one. The truth about Gyökeres' criticism is because he was not most fans' first and second choice for the striker role, so they didn't want him to praise anything he's. Look, it's the same hatred was for Havertz. Havertz' hatred was there. Madueke hate was there. The Gyökeres hate is there. Havertz,
Havertz,
in the end, turned everyone around, didn't they?
David Raya,
Madueke. Oh Christ, yeah. Blimey hell, forgot about Raya. The hate that we had for
Gabriel,
him.
Big Gabby,
I
Big
don't.
Gabby.
Yeah, I never understand the Gabriel one, to be honest, because no one
Even
really knew
last
him.
night, as soon as he let one, like he made an extreme, like you wouldn't expect your under 12 to do that, but oh, this is always in him. He's got a bozo moment. It's like, what are you talking about? That was like 3 years ago.
All players have bozo
Like,
moments. None of them are absolutely
I don't think
without
Messi
an
and
error.
Ronaldo have scored all their chances, have they? I don't
No,
think. I'm sure
Christ, if
they'd
they
miss
did,
penalties and
they'd be on
stuff.
about 1,000 goals a season if they
Exactly.
did.
I mean, the equivalent for a striker is if you miss a penalty, right? And so like a
Yeah,
howler, like what Gabriel did yesterday. So it
yeah,
happens. It's
yeah,
get on with it. Look how he responded.
exactly. I would. Hang on. I would drop Gakpo for embarrassing celebration, taking his shirt off. Nothing could do about Reed goal. It was hopeful strike then when just in. To be honest, I don't even think he deserved. We deserved a draw. To be honest, Fulham deserved something. Gyökeres'
Yeah, I hope Fulham
movement
played
and
well.
forward
Yeah.
runs has been key in most game, and as he starts, agree.
Yeah,
I think he does so. People have got to remember, strikers aren't strikers anymore. They are
that's a
so
very good point.
different. Well, they're not.
That's a very
From
good point,
from
mate.
our day. There is no Ian Wright and type striker anymore. There's no Alan Shearer type striker anymore. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of
Chris
other
Sutton,
ones.
all these guys.
Even Gary
Teddy's.
Lineker. I'm trying to
Yeah,
go
but
through different generations of strikers that I can think
George
of.
Ware, all these guys.
Oh, oh.
Do you know what I mean? So Roberto Baggio's of this world. If we're getting back
Anytime
in time,
anyone says George Weah, I just go, bleh. I just, it's one of my favourite ones to watch.
it's
Romario,
quality,
Bebeto,
man.
ooh, yeah. Oh,
Amazing.
there were some stunning ones, but they're not like that anymore. I'll be honest,
No,
there is no strikers, and I've said this
R9.
constantly, that excite me anymore. There isn't. It's not. They're not my type of strikers, but that's fine. We've got to get with the change of football nowadays. So you have to look at a different type of striker. Gyökeres excites me. He's a good player, and he will get there. But he's never going to score loads of goals in this system,
Oh, yeah,
unfortunately.
just took the words out of my mouth, mate. I think this
Um,
is one of them ones where if he was to get those chances, if he was running onto those chances that Rice was yesterday, I
yeah.
think he scores those as well.
Oh God, yeah. Probably break the net with some of them because he's
Yeah,
got
because
one vicious shot.
he's just a power strike. He's a power
Yeah,
player.
he's a power
He's a
player.
power.
Yeah.
That's it. So I just hope
Um,
we get him into those positions, and then once people see his finishing actually in game, I
yeah.
think everyone will relax a little bit.
Exactly.
But he's not
Uh,
getting those chances. That's the
no.
interesting part.
Yeah, exactly. Keith Andrews, my manager of the season so far. He's
He's turned it
impressed
around
me.
because
He's impressed me a
he
lot.
was horrendous at the beginning, but that's
Yeah.
normal.
When we equalised with Verts, who was in central area for goal momentum, was with us. A slot brings up the donut. Uh, brings him off. Right, that makes more sense. I was trying to think. He's just brought up a donut. That's interesting. Gyökeres' work was genius, in my opinion. Agree. Madueke, the British Saint Maximin.
That's hilarious.
R9. Bobby is right. Carlisle striker Luke Armstrong works hard, pressuring defence, and tracks back to even though I rather stay forward. Exactly. I think it was like one of their first corners, or was it a corner? It was either a corner or a free kick that Bournemouth had yesterday. Gyökeres
Mhm.
was the first man to head it out, and that's the kind of stuff that he's doing for
Yeah,
us as well, and it's important. And people just don't notice this stuff, and I'm like, geez, come on,
it's like
people,
Neil
just
said the other day, right? Bobby he's more of a Costa type rather than he's not going to
yeah.
be slick on the ball and stuff. But then the counter argument is, yeah, but Costa scored 20, 30 goals every time he played for Chelsea and
Mm,
Atletico Madrid and things like that. But I think you hit the nail on the head there. This is a system. There's got to be a little shift in the system as well to get Gyökeres more involved in the second and third phases of the game.
yeah,
So the first phase is him running and pushing the defenders back, but then
yeah,
he's never there for the second or third phase because there's a Rice or a Saka running onto the ball rather than himself.
yeah, exactly.
Because he's already ahead of the ball. So how can he be ahead of the ball and then get behind it to then strike it?
Yeah, yeah,
So all these
um,
little things.
yeah, exactly. Roberto Baggio was an attacking midfielder. You're on about Regis Libri, the Sunderland manager. Very, very good job he's done as well.
Amazing.
Absolutely
That
outstanding.
Bromby's not bad, is he?
No, he's not. That bro, he's good.
Broby, is it Broby or Bromby? Broby,
Uh,
bro.
Brian Broby, isn't it? Brian Broby.
Broby, that's it.
Yeah, something like that.
From
There were
Ajax.
more strikers at clubs years ago because of the 4-4-2. Brenny, give up on the 4-4-2. It's never coming back, my friend. It probably will at some point.
But it comes
Many,
in
many
games,
years.
doesn't it? When you're defending,
Yeah,
everyone goes into a 4-4-2.
yeah,
They should do
Some
anyway.
kind of system, yeah. We all seem to concede whenever Gyökeres gets substituted. His presence brings structure.
That's a good shout.
Angie, you are spot on, my love.
That
Honestly,
is very interesting.
honestly, we do concede a lot of times when he goes off. A lot.
So that
Just look
means
at some of the
if
games.
we're taking away just the goal scoring for a second, his presence allows the opposition to step up the pitch further.
Indeed, because they're not worried about the strike or the focal point of
Yeah.
our attack now. Jesus is a different type of player, and he's
Yes.
admitted it himself. He even says he's not a striker.
Mm.
So we just kind of need to open our eyes to a little bit more that what strikers do nowadays. Ekatike always cuts in from the left wing, even though he's a striker. He's doing really well. I'm very impressed with
He
Ekatike.
is.
I still just don't agree with the price, as everyone knows. The thing with Gyökeres, he waits for the ball to come to him instead of anticipating with movement. Do you know
That's
why that is,
That's not
Scott?
good.
It's because the players are told what positions they're allowed to move. It's partly it's Arteta as well, and this is
Mm.
what people. Gyökeres has got to learn a lot from this new system. Now everyone's going to go on to Gyökeres, blame, 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 blame. The reason Eze is not playing is because Eze doesn't defend. It's a very
Yes.
much ESR situation. ESR didn't work with Arteta because he didn't defend. He doesn't know how to defend properly. Eze, funny enough, doesn't know how to defend because guess what he is? Not a pissing defender.
Mm.
So, look, Eze's, we're
But
going
then
to
when
see
we
Eze
say defend, are we're talking? I presume we're talking about tracking back into space, right? Rather
Yeah, but
than
it's
being
defending.
defend,
This
being
is
like
what
Declan
I
Rice.
think has cost Martinelli, what has cost Saka in performance and their ability to go forward, because they have to worry more about defending as well. I'll be honest. I've known a lot of wingers in my time, and a lot of strikers in my time, and I speak to a lot of them. And I've said, would you want to be a defender as well as a striker? And they went, no, because I'm a striker. They wouldn't know how to defend. I guarantee you wouldn't want a
Takes a lot of
striker as a
energy.
centre back. It
Takes
does,
a lot of energy.
and a lot of concentration. A lot of concentration, and trying to understand what they're going to possibly do against you. As a striker, you know what you've got to do. You've got to get the ball, head towards the goal, score a goal. Simples. Defensive, you have to understand people's runs against you. And you have to anticipate what they're going to be doing. And make sure you don't foul as well, which is a big one.
Yeah.
442 will be back when I'm 65. It will come. It's like fashion, mate. It will come back round at some
He'll come
point.
back.
I would play 442 if I was manager because I'm normal basic man. Look, I think 442 would work perfectly fine. But it's just the systems that people don't play nowadays. It's ridiculous. Chelsea are literally playing literally playing like how. Sorry, I thought it was my head doing that.
No.
Like how
It's fine.
Tottenham did against City. Definitely don't want to do us any favours. Chelsea, Chelsea are not going to do anyone favours. They're just playing poor right now.
For me,
Just has to be patient.
we just
We'll be gone soon.
we need to. For me, we just need to beat Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. I'm not interested in what they're going to do today because they were never going to get points off City in the first place.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was
Not
going to have
good
it on,
enough.
but I couldn't be asked.
It's
To be honest.
pointless.
Right, let's get on to the game now. Right, so these were the starting lineups. Apart from the Rice, which I did cover, I don't think he should have played. I still don't think he should have played because I saw his fitness levels after the game. I definitely don't. I wouldn't have wanted him playing because his fitness levels by the end of the game were shocking. I think he'll be fine for Thursday. I hope he is. I hope we put him on loads of ice and God knows what else. Flo did magic on Friday night, so well done,
Whatever
Flo.
magic Flo did, he was doing knee slides and all sorts.
Well, the thing
Well,
is, he definitely. If you watched him specifically, and I was
especially
watching
in
him
the
because I
first
was
half, he was
worried.
holding back.
He was holding back a lot, and all these energy things that they drink nowadays and eat, and God knows what else. I'm amazed by Declan. He is he's definitely got
kid's a
Irish blood in
machine.
him because he is a stubborn git. Because I personally would have gone, no, I'm not playing. But well done, mate, because you got two
I'm
goals.
hoping because we got quite a longish break. So I'm hoping these extra few days of recovery will help him get
Yeah,
closer
because
to 90% rather than
yeah,
80%
I don't
yesterday.
expect us to train till probably Monday
Tuesday,
afternoon at the earliest. Personally,
right?
today would have been a rest. Maybe Monday afternoon. Yeah, that's what I expect. What else? Obviously, Madueke started in front of Saka, which I think a lot of people agreed with.
Yeah.
Giving Saka a bit of a rest. Madueke was just sublime once again. Oh, I do love watching him play. Martinelli, yeah, we'll talk about him in the ratings.
Oh, mate.
For Bournemouth, pretty much what I expected, apart from the right back and the centre back. Hill was very good, actually. I have to be honest.
Yeah,
I've
that
watched him a
surprised
few
me. That.
times.
Yeah.
I was question marks for me with him from what I've watched this season. But last night, very good performance. Jimenez, very good. They've got one
Mm,
hell of a scouting network. They really have,
yeah, they do.
because they pick up these young players. Um, right,
I'm not happy with
right,
that too. Two
yeah.
goals conceded.
The less said about the first goal, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. Gabriel, Gabriel does get what Gabriel does, and this is what I was saying to Brenny on the stream yesterday. That is the kind of thing that I would see from Adams and Bold. You make a mistake in the game, cost you a
Yeah.
goal, they will do something back that gets a goal back. And
Yeah.
that's what Gabriel does. Now, with other defenders, and this is a lot of teams across Europe, I'll be honest, couldn't give a fudge about that. But Gabriel, he was determined to get a goal yesterday, and he did it. Very good.
That was a very
Croupy,
important time in the game as well.
it was quick
Equal,
because,
yeah, because
yeah.
the fans and then the way Bournemouth play with that high press and the intensity, that would have just given them that impetus at 1-0 up at half time. I think they would have come out in the second half
Indeed.
with the bit between their teeth.
Two great finishes from Rice. I think Odegaard got an assist, I
He
think, if I
did
remember correctly. And then
for the
Saka for the
first one.
second one. Yeah, Saka for the second one.
And Odegaard,
Uh,
lovely ball to Saka in behind the
yeah,
defender to
yeah.
get Saka in the first place.
And then good finish from Croupy for the Bournemouth second goal.
Yeah, I was
We'll get well.
disappointed with the midfield there, Bobby. I think we split and then there was a
Yeah,
massive gap and he just took the shot. Um, some were saying that they weren't best pleased with Raya. He should have saved that, but I thought it was a good strike to be honest.
yeah. I thought it was a good strike personally as well, but anyway, it is what it is. Here are the stats. Possession wise, 43% for Bournemouth, 57% for Arsenal. I think it was higher at the first half, if I remember. I think Arsenal were on 60 something, I think.
Right.
But this is why, like Timmy was saying, the scoreline flat at Bournemouth. If you look at all the stats, it really didn't. That could have been a 0-0 quite easily. That could have been a draw quite easily. I think we were lucky, personally. 15
Especially in
shots
the
for
first
Bournemouth.
half,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
say.
15 shots for Bournemouth, 3 on target, 12 shots for us, 5 on target, 2 big chances, 1 big chance. None of us missed our big chances yesterday, but that was good. 7 corners for Bournemouth, 5 for the Arsenal.
That was interesting.
Shots wise, this was interesting. I've not really seen many clubs have more shots outside the box than inside the box, and quite a lot. Not sometimes it may be like 9 or 8, but not double the amount. That was quite unusual. So they had 10 shots outside the box, 5 inside. We had 7 inside and 5 outside the box. This is what I'm on about, Tim. So XG 1.43 for Bournemouth, 1.13 for Arsenal. From open play, it was only 0.74 for the Arsenal,
Not good that.
1.32. Set plays pretty poor for both teams, in all fairness. But again, as I keep saying about this XG on target, this is where it tells the story. 1.1 for Bournemouth, 1.73, and that was both Declan Rice's shots, to be fair, because they were just sublime. Once again, I just love him.
With him is power and placement.
Yeah, he's
Like
just so
he
good.
always rips the back of the net. If you see his finishes, they always ping back. The ball always pings back off the net. It's never
Yeah,
caressed in. So when
he
he
knows
hits
how to
it,
hit.
yeah, he's a fantastic striker of the ball.
It is. Again, this is where I again said that the game was poor. Look at our passing accuracy. That's poor. On Arsenal standards, bear in mind our average is 85.5 on average. 80% yesterday. That was
Do you
poor
think that
from
was down
Arsenal.
to the first majority? Again, like I know I've said this to you before on the stats. Do you think they're skewed because of the first half performance, or do you think just we were that bad in the? Do you think
Um,
we were average in the second half as well?
I'll
Because I
be
thought we
honest,
were a
mate.
little. I
If
thought
I
we were
remember,
better
first
in the second
half
half.
passing accuracy was around 85-84%. Because I
Interesting.
don't. When I do the watch alongs, I do the stats at half time as well, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I said like 84-85% at half time. So it actually got worse in the second half.
So does that mean
Um,
I don't? It didn't feel like it when I was watching the game, but did it feel to you guys on this on the live that we went a bit more direct in the second half, or did it just I don't know? It was a weird game.
yeah, it's not like I said. Normally, 3-2s, you go, oh, that was a fantastic game. What a great game. Blah blah blah. This was one of the worst 3-2s I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life. It was
I was baffled.
horrendous.
I was like, what's going on? Even when
Yeah,
they scored, I was like, how they got the second goal? Like, what?
I'll be honest. I don't think either team deserved a point win yesterday. Bournemouth were poor. We were poor.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that we should have lost because I don't think that. I think we could quite have gotten away with that 0-0, and I wouldn't have gone that moany about it. To be honest, I was just poor performance, simples. But yeah, it is what it is. Accuracy in long balls, 35. That's pretty low for us. Crosses only 15 for us. Touches in the opponent's box only 28 for Arsenal. That's pretty low for our standards.
yeah, we normally hit the 30s.
13 for Bournemouth. Clearances. Look, we have 30 clearances ourselves. That's quite high
That's a
for
lot
us.
for Arsenal.
37 for Bournemouth. So that was very close. What else is interesting there? Just the 2 keeper saves for Bournemouth, 1 for Arsenal. As I said, it was quite a poor game. Jules, we won.
Oh, this has surprised me.
I know. That's just what I'm saying. Bournemouth were poor as well. It wasn't like they were fantastic and we got away with one. They were poor as well. If they were on fire yesterday, Semenyo, I'll be honest, awful performance in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll get into their ratings in a bit, but they just didn't look right at all going forward. You can see that they're definitely in a slump at the moment. I've not seen Bournemouth like this for quite a while. If you think about the last time, they've won twice now for the past 3 games, haven't they, back against us? And
Yeah.
that's the worst I've seen Bournemouth play against us for a long time. They're normally well up for it. They normally are, and I don't know what it was yesterday. Just something wasn't right. With
I just
both
feel like
teams.
Arsenal, we do have this thing now where teams do give us that little bit of extra bit of respect, and maybe it just took them. I mean, they pressed really well from the start of the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of confused with. I mean, these stats. I'll be honest with you. I was waiting for this stat to come up today because I was thinking it would be the other way around in terms of those percentages for Bournemouth would be on our side.
Yeah.
Because that first half, it felt like we were losing. We were getting done on the press. The second balls, we were not really winning. Obviously, Declan was not sure probably about his knee in the first half.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really fully going into his jewels either. So I don't know. It just felt these
Well,
numbers
brace yourself,
are
Ali. Brace yourself,
crazy.
Ali.
What's
First
happening?
half stats were in the 60s for the Arsenal.
That's crazy.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? This is why I love doing this
The
bit
numbers
because
with the eye test.
it is. It's crazy because I remember it was they were all 60s in the first half. So again,
Crazy.
Bournemouth got a little bit better in the second half with the Jules. It's crazy, isn't it? Because it's like it doesn't match what the eyes. Because even when I looked at half time, I was like, really, really, we were ready the Jules because we were so poor. But yeah, it's mad. Top performers. Obviously, Rice is high because he got 2 goals. But in all fairness, it's accurate anyway because I did think Rice had a great game. Zubimendi was fantastic again. Odegaard, I don't know why people. Right, the one bit that really annoyed me with Odegaard was I think it was just before first half.
Why didn't he
just
shoot?
before half time? Why the hell was he just running in front of the penalty box? Literally from right side to the left side, doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm.
I'm like, no, you can't be doing that.
He had a better
Saka's,
second half.
yeah, he did.
Odegaard.
Saka high again, but again he got an assist. Timber was high. The next one might surprise a few people because it surprised me. In all fairness, Zimmermandy high touches that doesn't shock me, but Tavernier is on there higher
Mm.
than Odegaard. That shocked
Again, I
me.
think that feels like more again. I might be wrong because of the eyes and the stats, but the first half, I just felt like the whole team was all over the place
Yeah,
in
it did
large
feel like that,
spells.
didn't it?
It
Yeah,
felt like that. So maybe we were winning the duels, but then our ball retention wasn't there. So we kept winning it, then giving it away, winning it, giving it away. There was not
yeah,
really a spell where we kept it, even though again it said, what did you say at halftime? It was like 60+% possession as well.
yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
feel like that.
No, it was mad.
Interesting.
So Odegaard only touched the ball 52 times, which is very low for Odegaard. Very low.
We need to improve our away form. There's something not clicking
Something's not
away
right
from
in
home
it,
against
yeah.
Sunday.
Jules, he won 50% of his duels, which again is not good for someone in his position.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a little bit. Expected goals for Odegaard was 0.03. 0.03. Oh my
And
word. That
but
tells
again,
you.
he was involved in the two that he scored. So I know
Yeah,
it's not ideal, and we want him to play a lot more consistently over 90 minutes. But that's the whole
yeah.
team. I feel.
100%, mate. Right, let's see what people have been saying before we do the so I've just seen one of the commenters made me laugh. Right, let's have a look. Right, Bobby Coach Ali. So Eze and Arteta beef is true, but explain me this. No, there's no beef. Did I? I didn't say beef. It's more to do with Eze needs to learn how to defend better. So he's not going to be
Yeah.
played or utilised until he's learned how. So there's no beef. There's no beef at all. But he does need to learn. The situation with Smith Rowe, I know I put that in the same category, but Smith Rowe's ours. He's one of ours, but he was never going to get there. We've spent
Mm.
money on Eze. Obviously, we're going to have to make it work somehow. So Eze is going to have to learn how to do the defensive duties. Saka picked it up. Martinelli picked it up, but unfortunately lost his attacking
Trossard,
ability. Trossard, yeah, he does it very
Gyökeres
well.
does it. Havertz does it. Jesus does
Exactly,
it.
he will do it, but obviously it's a big risk, and I kind of get it as a manager. If you want all your players to be able to defend, that you're not going to put someone out there that can't do it very well. Because it just breaks up your whole system. So I do get it from a manager point of view, but I
Mm.
just wouldn't. I personally wouldn't give a crap about it because I want my attackers to attack. But I
No, you're
understand
right.
it from an Arteta point of view, if that makes sense. I've got to put myself in the Arteta. I will clean myself after saying this. I have to put myself into Arteta's mind, which isn't a nice place if I'm honest. But never mind. But
Bobby,
explain
we
the
also have to think about the Eze stuff. Is everyone's saying, oh, this mini period that he hasn't played, right? Everyone's
yeah,
saying, oh, he's getting minutes, not coming on. I understand why we want him to come on as fans because we love him as a player
yeah,
and what he brings to the table.
yeah,
But the game states, apart, maybe he should have come on against Wolves. I don't
yeah,
know if he came on in that game because it was tight and he would have kept the ball better and moved it faster. But what I'm basically trying to say is, from August until November, he
yeah,
did play majority of the season, whether it
yeah,
was on the left or in 10. I think he's played 14 out of the 20 Premier League games, and he's
yeah.
got 5, 6, 7 goal contributions. So he's
Yeah.
not having a bad season,
No, he's
but
not.
we also have to understand as fans, like it's his first season playing in this type of system, and we don't want him to burn out because of his defending. I think Eze's role will increase as the season goes on in the Champions League Cup games, where
Yep.
we need that goal, we need that bit of extra creation into it
Yep.
going into the second leg of a Champions League quarter final, whatever.
Yep.
Then I think we'll see more of him. Odegaard hasn't played at all really this season, if we're being honest. So he's just getting his minutes up now. So
Yeah.
maybe is it a thing where Arteta is managing Eze's minutes as well as trying to get him to learn the defensive side rather than just saying, right, you're not good enough, just sit on the bench. I
It's
think it's
definitely
a
not.
bit of both.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely not saying that. That's for certain. It's just, look, just give it time. Everyone's having a major freak out over it. I'm
I
not
think we're
that bothered.
spoiled.
Yeah,
We're
because we've
spoiled.
got an actual massive squad. We all know that Arteta doesn't do rotation very well. Look, just
No.
get used to it, unfortunately, because
I nearly dropped the phone when I saw him and there was no Mikel Merino. I was like, what the hell?
yeah, well, Marino, yeah,
No,
it is what
so
it
it's
is.
good. So
Yeah,
that was a positive for me.
yeah, it's one of those. Look, let's see what happens against Liverpool. I'm sure we'll be either positive or critical about whatever he chooses for that game.
Yeah,
And then obviously we've got Port. I was going to say Pompey,
yeah.
Portsmouth
Pompey,
next
Portsmouth.
Sunday. Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting
And
because
then we got a
that
Carabao
game
Cup the week after, haven't we? So
exactly. So we've got
there's
we've
going to
got
be
we've got.
games coming up for these boys.
This is what I've been saying, and look, obviously I know this because obviously I do all the previews, and we have a game pretty much every 4 or 5 days, and we still are for the foreseeable future. You have to
What do you
like
think,
rest
Bobby? This is
players.
going to be the biggest rest break that we're going to have in the whole of January,
I
February.
know it's not even a week. It's not even a
Exactly.
week.
So
Um, I just want to quickly cover what Charles has said here. So we're doing the right scouting and the right profiles, but then we have to add something extra to the player. Very much like Jokeres. Jokeres we
mm,
knew couldn't defend that well, so he's having to adapt, and he's adapting. He is getting better. If you see the other bits, ignore the striker part of it. Watch the other parts, and you'll see he's getting better and better at it. I
he
do
is.
think it will click. It will click. I promise. Can I just say Luke Littler is a top bot. The kid needs to take a break. All I know is he won. I didn't
He's
watch it, but I know he won, so well done to Luke.
amazing. It was, Bobby. I watched it.
4-4-2 can only work if your two midfielders have the power of Declan Rice, the pauser of Xavi, the vision of Ozil, the strength of Yaya Toure, all rolled into one. Rice was immense, got to be the future captain. I'd start Nonny on Thursday, to be honest. Interesting. No need for the Irish comment. Yes, there is. M's part Irish. Trust me, I know plenty about the Irish blood. Reason I said Scotland flatters Bournemouth is because of the manner in which they scored their goals. Too much fortune involved. I
Especially
see
the
what you're on
first one.
about. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
especially
we
the
were
first.
more direct in the second half. If you win more duels than the opponent, good chance you win. It's that simple. Obviously, you need to score more too. Agree. Football should be a simple game, but people don't make it simple. Correct. Bobby Odegaard has 3 goals, assists in his last 3 games. Feels like he's gradually getting back to his best. Um,
I
I'm
hope
just
so
gonna.
because at the end of that benefits Arsenal. So
Yeah, well,
whether
obviously, I
we
hope
like the
so.
player or not, that's irrelevant. As long as we win the league and win the trophies, we can assess these players in the summer who's going to get moved on and not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, there was stuff the yesterday did that just annoyed me, but
Yeah, it
that's
was
just me.
silly. Like that first half, it was
Yeah.
pointless of them being on the pitch at some points,
Hang on,
if
what's
we're being
this?
honest.
Bain
That's-
supporters on social media are targeting Leonard Cole with abuse, hateful messages, and death threats. His
For
long-term
what?
ambition to one, just because he wants to play for Real Madrid one day. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, that's like us saying that to Saliba. What the hell's going on?
People wonder why I don't like Munich. Anyway,
Yeah,
they're not
I'm
fans of
glad we
this.
smashed them.
Yeah. Eze at Palace was always criticised for defensive side. Also, Madueke at Chelsea. Again, another player that just can't do defensive duties. He's
I thought
very
Madueke was
attacking.
better yesterday defensively.
Oh, he was lovely to watch in the first half. I loved him. Odegaard may have a bit of GA, but doesn't do a lot. I find that the 1 or 2 assists with 1 goal doesn't mean he's back. He wasn't good yesterday, and the first half was comical. Well,
Mm.
me and you, Brad, didn't find it that comical at the time, mate. It was like, what the hell's he
He
doing?
had a couple of passes on as well. I was like, "Where are you taking that
I
ball, mate?"
don't know. I don't
I
know
thought
what he
I
was
thought
doing.
it was the end of the game, the 90th minute. He was running to the corner flag.
Arteta never wanted Eze. There, I said it. I like to know that. I like the fact that the media made it all out to be Arteta. No, Arteta doesn't have that much control on transfers anymore.
It's banter.
How are Chelsea in the top of the table? Shocking performance. Hope we smash him in the cup. If you're doing that to Carl, then he's wanting more out than in with them threats. But it's just madness. Anyway, let's
I
do
would
the,
love
the,
us to
the
go for him.
I love him personally. I think he's absolutely
He's
outstanding.
amazing.
Great finish against us, actually, in all fairness. Anyway, let's not talk about Munich because that will ruin my night
Yeah,
because I'm a
let's not do
Dortmund
that.
fan. Right. Ratings. This can be interesting. Raya.
Mm. Solid 7.
Yeah, I'll go with
Let's
that.
keep it
Yeah.
at that. Like he's just professional, done his
Oh,
thing. What's happened?
they're saying
Is
it's
that
1-1.
really? That's
Oh,
coming to
oh,
the end of the game.
as I said, I'm not watching it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, they
Yes,
scored. Then
Enzo
so
has just scored in the 94th minute.
good. That's good.
There we go. Right. Anyway,
Listen, listen. We just got to take care of ourselves. We've got to beat
exactly.
Liverpool
That's what
next.
I've always said. As
If you
as
want, we
as
can quickly talk about this result at the end of the show for two
uh,
minutes,
as
if you want.
as much as I love the fact that they're drawing now. All I care about is Arsenal. We win our games,
Indeed,
we win the title. It's as simple as that. Um, Timber
Timber solid 7.
7.
Professional. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't. There's not much to say because, like you said, Bobby. I don't know. It was a weird game. Do you know what it was? Do you know what it feels? Well, it is. It just felt like the last game out of the Christmas and New Year period. Everyone's leggy. Everyone's a bit lethargic. Uh, Decision making here and there wasn't great overall as a team, not as individuals. Well, some individuals will come on to in a sec, but I just felt like that was a game. That was a game where it felt like our squad has shown, especially if Man City end up drawing against Chelsea. If you look at their bench today and them churning out the same 11, 12, 13 players, this is where Arsenal have done well over this festive period. We've got our players back at the right time from injuries and so on and given them 10 minutes here and there.
Yeah,
Even though we're still not happy with Mikel Arteta's rotation, at least our bench is looking insanely strong.
yeah,
So after all that
agree.
rambling on, 7 for Timber. Sorry, mate.
7. That's right. Saliba.
I'm gonna give him an 8 because
Okay.
reason being is because obviously once Big Gabby done what he done, he was the first one to quickly go up to him and like, come on, come on. Like normally the roles would be reversed, and it
Yeah,
was the first sign for me that Saliba's starting to maybe turn into a bit of a leader himself.
yeah,
So it's going to be interesting to see how he develops his character going forward because it would be lovely to have another Steve Bold, Tony Adams, both strong leaders, a Martin Keown type in Gabriel and Saliba, not just Big Gabby.
yeah. I agree. Gabby
I'm going to give him a
or
7,
Gabriel.
and that's Big Gabby. I'm going to give
Yeah,
him a generous 7. If he didn't score, I would have marked him down even further. I
yeah,
think he was solid after the mistake. That was the only thing he done wrong, really. If I can't remember really anything else he done wrong.
yeah,
But you have to mark him down for the that was it was it's shambles. But I just loved his character more than his skill yesterday, and his the mental strength to be like, you know what, I've messed up.
yeah,
Let me go up the other end and see if I can get a goal from a corner or from a free kick, and then the ball goes loose. That
yeah,
was a striker's finish.
yeah. Agree.
Gyökeres would have been happy with that if that was Gyökeres. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
agree.
he get 7 for his just for his sheer mentality.
No, fine with that, mate. Hincape.
I'm gonna give this boy an 8. I don't know. He's growing on me game by game, Bobby. You said it in the summer when I knew he was a good player. I watched a few games here and there. I'm not gonna say I watched the Bundesliga every week because I don't. But I don't know, man. Hincapié is just he's one of those players. I think he's just gonna get better week in, week out.
Yeah,
He's just gonna go boom, 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 boom. He's just gonna keep leveling up. Where if you put him left back, he's solid. You stick him in
yeah,
the middle next to in the trenches. He's been solid there as well. He made a mistake against Villa at Villa Park where he should have kicked it long, and then we would have got
Yeah,
a point. But apart
yeah.
from that, I mean, the chat tell me or Bobby yourself, I don't think he's put a foot wrong. To be fair,
No, no, he hasn't. Not in my opinion.
I don't think so.
Zooby dooby doo.
Zubi, not his best game. 7 out of 10. Solid, kept the ball. The stats showed that. But again, first half, everything felt a bit slow, lethargic. I don't know. Maybe it's because there was not much movement in front of him, and that kind of on the eye, it looked like he wasn't having a good game. But then you look at the stats, and then you look at the amount of touches he had.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm with you.
What do you think?
I'm with you on that one. Rice.
Now, the information that Bobby gives us is always solid. It's always pretty much on point. Nothing's perfect in life, so that's why I said pretty much. And things can change because remember we done the preview, and he was mid-January. Then people say in the Discord and the chats, "Oh yeah, but I thought he was coming back in mid-Jan. What happened in the last 24 hours?" Obviously, Bobby can explain a bit more how these type of things work. But in terms of his performance, I'm going to give Declan Rice a 9, just
No, I'm with you on
because
that.
he's 80% fit. We know this as being factual. 80, 90. Let's not park it on one number. 80, 90% fit, somewhere in between there. And to put in a performance like that, I knew he was going to start the game with hesitation. As soon as Bobby said what he said on the stream, I knew he was going to start with hesitation. So I was just praying we were going to get Arsenal as a team. We were going to get through that period without conceding. And lo and behold, Big Gabby went and conceded. And then that kind of pushed, well, the effort levels had to go up all around the pitch a lot sooner than I presume Arteta would have liked.
No, I'm with you. Odegaard.
First half, 2 out of 10. Second half, one for turning up and one for doing the coin toss uh, in the first half. And then second half, I'll give him 5 out of 10, so a 7. 6. I'll give him, he got an assist. He got the pre-assist
Yeah,
um, for the Saka, then Declan pulls it back for Declan as well. So two big moments in the game, takes it from 1-1 to 3-1, and he was a major part in that.
yeah.
So I'll give him a 7.
Fair
I was
dues.
going to give him a 6, but then I thought about the attacking moments that we scored in. He
Yeah,
was a big part of that. But then a lot of sideways passing again in the first half, giving the ball away a lot. Like you said, he wasn't winning his duels like he was against Villa. It was all of
yeah.
it. Yeah, so 7. A low 7.
Okay. No worries. Madueke.
Much better tracking back, much better performance all around on the ball. It's a shame he couldn't keep his shot down. I
Yeah.
think that would have made it 1-0 to us, if I'm not mistaken. Did you know when he cut inside, Bobby? Was that at 1-0 down and he ballooned it over the bar, cutting
Ye-
in from the right hand side? Um, if he can improve on his finishing,
Jeez.
Madueke,
Yeah, I'm trying to think now
that
when that
kid,
happened.
yeah, because I'm not sure if it was when it was 0-0. I think it was 0-0. I think it was 0-0. I think it was in the first 5-10 minutes, and then they scored pretty much after that
Okay.
attack.
Yeah.
He cut inside it twice, and he was in the
Yeah.
penalty box, and then he blazed it over the goalie's right hand side, our left, watching it
Okay.
on TV. But yeah, I'm going to give him a solid 8.
Okay. Cool.
One of our better performers on the night, I'd say.
He was indeed. Here we go. Go from the best to probably the worst. Martinelli.
Martinelli. Now, when I looked at this lineup, Bobby, when at the start of the game, you
Yeah.
saw in the chat, I wrote some comments and in the Discord, and I put in the chats as well. I was extremely happy with this lineup, but then as
Yeah.
the game was going on, I was like, maybe we're playing one too many runners in this game.
Yeah.
Narrow pitch, uh, not a very technical front line. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, if we're playing Madueke and Yokeres, then we would like a Trossard or a Saka.
Yeah.
And if it was the opposite way around, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think we should play this front three going forwards
Yeah.
unless we're playing Inter Milan away when there's
No,
going
I
to be
get
lots
that.
of space and it's a big pitch at the San Siro. If we're
Yeah.
playing away from home at Craven Cottage, at Bournemouth, and so on and so forth, we have to have one of the front threes who's got the technical ability to keep the ball a bit longer, so our
Yeah.
defenders and midfielders can take shape and get up the pitch a bit quick, well, with
Yeah.
more control, rather than it
Yeah.
being a basketball game.
Yeah.
3 out of 10, Martinelli.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I'm
with
being
you.
generous, mate, because
Yeah.
he's got one goal in the Premier League. You said that, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
I don't know what stream it was on. All his performances have come in the Champions League, and I keep saying this to fellow rival fans about their teams, and I'm saying about our own side. Certain
Mm.
players just play better in Europe,
Yeah.
and he's
They
one of
do.
them.
Exactly.
Why? Because they don't have that same respect that the Premier League sides do when they sit back in a low block against us. In
Indeed.
Europe, they're the best teams. They're the top three teams in their leagues, so they're going to want to showcase what they are, what they have, and then
Yeah.
that's their that that's what messes them up against
Yeah.
Arsenal. To be honest, um, but yeah, Martinelli. If a with the transfer windows open now, if an offer came in, I wouldn't be as upset as I would have been in 2023.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm more than
Um.
happy for him to leave. With all and he goes my blessings. Like you've done what you could for the club. I respect you as a young man. We've Eddie brought you in with Unai Emery. You've done really well for us, but I just don't see Martinelli developing in this team and in this system to
Yeah.
the player that we all thought he was going to get to.
Yeah.
So just put all this favoritism aside and let's just sell him, whether it's in January or in the summer, and let's just move
Yeah.
on because he's not moving with the project, just like Zinchenko never.
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that.
Indeed. Exactly. Jokeres.
I'm gonna give him a 7 just for
Okay.
his work rate and the move. The he showed better strength. He showed a lot more tenacity, a lot more aggression
Mm.
going up against these defenders. In and Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken, they've only conceded 6 goals at home this season, and we scored 3 in one night. So we must have done something right, and he was a big
Exactly.
part of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need to judge Victor Gyökeres on goals, but
Mm.
there's a lot more to football than just scoring goals. Because if you're not scoring goals and then you're not putting a shift in, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
But he's putting the shift in, but he's just not getting the goals because he's not even getting the chances, to be fair.
Mm.
And when he has got the chances, like obviously we spoke with Anthony the other day against Aston Villa, they were not the easiest of chances. The
No.
easiest chance that he's had over Christmas was Brighton in the first minute.
Yeah.
And apart from that, it's been scrappy. He's been feeding off scraps again. So I'm not
Yeah.
trying to stick up for him, but at the same time, we also have to give him the respect that he deserves in terms of off the ball.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't doing the off the ball stuff, I don't see us winning that game last night. We would lose that game 2-1,
Mm-hmm.
in my
All right.
opinion.
I agree. Right, let's move on to the subs. Let's have a look. Jesus was the first one. He came on for Jokeres.
5 out of 10, it was all right. Nothing special.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next one, Saka.
I'll give him a 6 for the assist. And then saw the game out, kept the ball well when he had to, got back into position when he had to, and saw the game
Mm.
out. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, fair dues. Trossard.
Kept the ball well without what's the words here? Kept the ball well without delivering anything.
Mm.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
was a weird game.
Yeah,
Five out
it
of
was.
ten.
Exactly, yeah.
Five. He
Exactly.
kept the ball well. He was technically efficient
Yeah,
without creating anything. He got into position when he had to defend. So yeah, 5.
fair dues. Unsurprisingly, Mika Marino. He came on for long enough to mark him,
Yeah,
so
no, listen. This is the role I like Mikel Marino to play. I know a lot of us wanted Eze to come on, but unfortunately, the game state at 3-2 meant that Moreno was going to come on. And I think he was solid. And I'll give him a 5 as well.
5 for
Professional.
Marino.
He's a professional. He's very solid at what he does. He's not great at anything. He's just a
Yep.
very good professional football player. And he plays a role for Spain. And this is the role he needs to play for Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. My player of the match was Declan Rice for obvious reasons. I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah,
I know that he's having a visit from Flo tonight and tomorrow,
good,
and yeah,
good.
she's done magic work on his knee. Being ex-army, I know exactly what he's gone through. So yeah, well done
Amazing.
Flo and well done Declan.
Fair play.
Regarding my unsung heroes, I'm obviously going to talk about Gyökeres because I thought he was very important
Yeah,
for us
go for it.
personally. So yeah, he worked very hard for at least two of their goals. I remember seeing him literally move out the way, which then pulls their defenders out of the way. Because obviously, if you're marking a striker, or even if you're just player marking or zonal marking, but your main focus is on the striker. Once that striker moves, then also that defender's going to move, isn't he? Because he's not going to just going to let the
Hmm.
striker just walk over there and go, oh, he's just going over there. No, because your job is to mark that striker, so he's going to move
Yeah.
with him. So Gyökeres is doing a lot more than people actually notice, unfortunately, and it's quite a shame because there just seems to be this agenda again. And Gabriel, the reason I'm going to talk about him is because obviously that
Mm.
brain fart, his
Oh,
response
mate.
was beautiful, and that's why I love him. Because yes, it was an absolute howler. I don't agree with what Jamie was saying that he hit it with the wrong part of his foot. I've watched it many times. I still can't see. He just poorly hit it. But it's as simple as
No,
that.
it was just technically insufficient at that moment.
Yeah, totally. Because Jamie said, "Oh, maybe is it heel or something?" No, it was just a horrendous pass. As simple as that. It was a brain fart, and all
Yeah.
our players, every player has a brain fart in them. It's all good.
And
So
that's
yeah,
every team in the world. That's not
yeah,
that's not an Arsenal problem.
we all have brain farts. It's just how you do it and how you deal with it after. Player ratings, like I said, Bournemouth weren't great either, which is why their ratings are on that high. Petrovic 5. I'll be honest, can't think of anything he actually did other than get the ball out the back of
Nice.
net. Jimenez 6. He was good, but did fade. He started off well, but faded. Hill was for me the better centre back, better than
He was
Senesi.
amazing.
I think Senesi is, as I was talking about on the preview, being linked away, and I think that has affected him somewhat. Triffer again started off really well, faded. It's very
Yeah.
weird. Tavernier wasn't his best game. Scott again wasn't his best game. Semenyo really wasn't his best game. Clivert
Mm.
was the best out of the strikers in
He
my
was good.
opinion. I
Active.
enjoyed watching him. Didn't I think there was a free kick that says I will not like you. I will not like your dad anymore if you score. So thankfully he missed.
I think that was near the end. You're right.
Yeah, I did say if that goes in, I'm not going to like your dad anymore. So there we go. Everyone knows
Oh
how much I
god.
love Patrick.
Oh.
Brooks, again, he had moments, but it wasn't. It's just such a horrible game yesterday.
It was the end of festive period type of game.
Oh my word!
The
Yeah, we're
quality
all
was low.
drunk, suffering with
Quality
hangovers
was
and
low.
stuff. Look, we need to perform way better on Thursday night. Yes, Liverpool are in a slump, but Liverpool will be prepared for us. We need to be
100%.
prepared for them.
But this is the thing, Bobby. Against teams like Liverpool and Chelsea, we're all like having a bit of a laugh, and oh yeah, they're not very
Yeah,
good. We've got Man United coming up soon as well.
yeah,
We have to play like we're playing Bayern Munich in all of these games, just like we did against Villa. We need to be active from the start. We were not good against Aston Villa from the start. We could have easily been 2-0 down, 1-0
easy.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we
exactly.
can't be giving away these turnovers against teams like Liverpool, Chelsea, and United because they are all good on the break.
Yeah,
So we need to make
exactly.
sure if we're going to be playing this uh, passive style of football, I'll call it, under Mikel, those type of counterattacks should not be happening in the first half of football.
Yeah,
If they're going to happen, they should be happening in the second half when everyone's a little bit more tired and the game's opening up,
yeah,
not when everyone's fresh and should be alert from the start. So these next run of fixtures, we need to be switched on because we're playing Liverpool, we're playing Chelsea in the Carabao Cup on the 14th, and I think we're playing Man United soon after. So we
We're
we
not forgetting
those
Portsmouth as well.
we've got Portsmouth as well. Listen, these are all
Yeah.
big games.
Yeah.
There's no easy games,
No.
but we've also got Nottingham Forest coming up in between all of that, away from home.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm pointing out these games is because we're playing Liverpool at home and we're playing Man United at home,
Yeah.
right? We need to get 6 points out of that in the league, and
Yeah.
then we can start looking away from home and being like, look, we need to win there. It's going to be scrappy. I don't think we're gonna. Um, what's the word? I really do hope we go on a run where in 23 season when we were smacking teams.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that away from home at the moment. I've kind of lost a little bit of confidence in terms of, oh, we're going to win 2-3-0 today. It always feels like it's going to be a 2-1 or a 3-1, or like yesterday, end up being 3-2. So for a man that wants a lot of control, our away performances have been um, anything but control away from home since
Yeah.
mid-November. So that needs to change quickly. And obviously, Man City dropping more points today, that puts us in a little bit of a healthier position. But that doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything, like Bobby says, because if we go and mess up against Liverpool, what was the point?
Yeah.
Apart from, yes,
Exactly.
we got a little bit of extra cushion, but to really cement and increase the pressure on our rivals for this league, we got to keep winning
Yeah.
because their pipes will burst.
Indeed. Right. Let's quickly mark Mikel.
Hmm. Again, like I said, 8 out of 10 for the lineup, and then how the game went. Again, this is very difficult because is it the players were just switched off or mentally fatigued, or like there was a bit of rotation? It wasn't like they was playing the same 11 again. I thought the three subs that he brought on was very bold of Mikel. That's very un-Mikel Arteta like. The first three substitutions, Jesus, Saka, and Trossard. I thought that was very good. Um, Ended up seeing the game out 7 out of 10.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
I'm still, I just don't know. We keep talking about it week in, week out now, every 3, 4 days about this passive approach, this control approach. This I want my attackers to run back into position, my midfielders to run back into position. So we should be doing that a lot more clinically than we have been since November.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not going to score him an 8 or a 9. He's like I gave him a 3 or 4 the other week. Like if you're going to play this way, I need to see some. We've like when was the last time we kept 2, 3 clean sheets in a row?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
So
was. Yeah. I remember all the people going, "Oh, we're going to break their record." We're not now.
no. And what did you say back then? I just want to win the league. I don't care about the record.
Yeah. I couldn't get monkeys.
So I'm of the same opinion. I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's about if you're going to play this philosophy, Mikel, then let's just be a little bit smarter, especially away from home.
Yeah.
I understand the first 20 minutes without Declan Rice against Villa. I'll give that a pass, and we got away with one when Watkins missed. But
Yeah.
you can't do that against Liverpool. They got Szoboszlai, they got Ekatike. I'm sure he'll be back because he wasn't in the squad today. He had some sort of hamstring issue or whatever, but I'm sure he'll be back for the Arsenal game because they're going to have to manage him because of Isak's injury. And they got good players on the break. Florian Wirtz is starting to score goals now. He's starting to
Yeah.
create for them. So we need to make sure we're on point, and I'm sure you're going to go with do the preview with Chris. We need to make sure that we're on point for that
Yeah.
game.
Exactly.
So yeah, listen, happy we're still winning. Lots to improve on.
Indeed. Rice should have been captain from when he joined. Him and Gabriel are the leaders. Agree. City were wasteful, but that's not Chelsea fault. They dig in. Agreed. Think Odegaard would flourish more not having the captaincy on his shoulders. Dylan's
Maybe.
ratings. is Reyes 6, Timber 6, Saliba 8, Gabby 7, Hincape 7, Zubi 6, Rice 9, Odegaard 4, Martinelli
Ooh.
3, Noni 8, Jokeres 9, Odegaard, my God, how is he captain? More worried about his hair than passing it forward. I hear that. Temi's ratings is Reyes 6, Timber 6, Saliba 8, Gabby 6, Bozo Moment, Hincape 6, Zubi 7, Rice Man of the Match, Odegaard 8,
Mm.
Madueke 7, Jokeres 5, Nelly 2, Subs, Saka 9, Others 5, Arteta 7, Win or Leave My Club.
Oh.
Obviously, people were telling me about the City score. Arsenal only need a left winger. Martin not good enough to start. Only makes impact off bench. Trossard is the same. You need someone who's consistent enough to be
We
the
need a
left
centre mid
winger.
as well.
Yeah, we need a little bit more depth. I know, I know that we're going. Oh, we've got so much depth. We haven't got quite enough. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Right, baby. Practicing my darts on my new dartboard ahead of the start of the new my local league tomorrow. Hopefully this year I'll
Good
add
luck,
a
Chris.
trophy. Big up, mate. Hope you do well. Yokeres unsung hero. Let's go. Angie, I'm glad you're happy. Got earpods in while listening and commenting on this. Oh, lovely.
Top man.
I'm rating Bournemouth's fortunate goal scoring tripe. Minus 100,000. Better kick next time. I'm pessimistic going into game against you, but I know it would be typical us to get exactly. It's football. That's
That's why we
football.
got to respect everybody. There's no
If
easy.
you,
Look at
exactly,
Wolves.
yeah, exactly. 3-0 against West Ham yesterday. If you
Amazing.
play offensively against us, then we may as well go back home. If Arteta goes back to stubbornness, then that's going to frustrate you. We got a result unexpectedly against you in that 22-23 season at Anfield when you were 2-0 up. Strange things happen. It's football, mate. It's why it's a beautiful game. Liverpool draw versus Fulham. We've already turned up versus Inter Madrid. Exactly. You do definitely turn up in the big games. 7 clean sheets in a row this season. Ended at Sunderland, and we've not maintained that form since. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. But that is that. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Got to 200 people currently watching. Do appreciate it. Um,
Bobby,
as I
just
said,
before
that
we go,
yes, mate.
I know you're going to probably talk about the transfer window, but is there any hints that you can give the ones that are watching live or whoever watches it on playback in terms of
All I will say is Berta's
is
working very
Berta
hard.
okay? Yeah, that's what I wanted to
That's
ask.
all we need to know. Berta is working hard at the moment. There will be a show in the next 48
Perfect.
hours. It will just come up. Everything is set up for it. There will be no slides like I did before. It will just come up. It will be a Q&A. It will be an hour.
Wicked.
Ask whatever you want, and I'll do my best to answer it in that hour. If there are questions, if you're watching it on playback, put them in the comments. I'll answer them the best I can in the comments as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interactive Q&A for an hour at some point in the next 48
And
hours.
is that just going to be on the Arsenal, or can we open it up to other
It's
football
literally
clubs?
it's a very much Arsenal based thumbnail, just because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
But it is transfers Q&A, so it is
amazing,
transfers.
amazing.
But it is a very much Arsenal based thumbnail. But
Which is
I don't
fine.
care. I'm an Arsenal
All
fan.
right.
Simple as that. I'm not going to put certain people up on the thumbnail.
Oh
So
no.
what was I about to say? The Liverpool match preview will be Wednesday. I'm going to arrange it with Chris. That will be set up at some point for Wednesday. Obviously, no watch along. I'm not doing it at that time of night. So the match reaction will be Friday, and then the match preview for the Portsmouth game will be Saturday night. I'm guessing because we
Hmm.
play on Sunday, don't we?
I think
So
so.
yeah, lots happening. You will see me a lot still. So this week everything should be fine because I did say 2 weeks to the appointment. So this week I'm just planning as normal. We'll move into next week, the following week, next time. But guys, thank you very much for watching.
One
Ali, where
last,
can they?
sorry, Bobby.
Yes,
One
mate.
last thing I want to say is we're going to speak as a show, as football takeover as a whole identity. We're going to start clipping a lot more. So if you do miss the transfer news that Bobby's going to give us, etc., things like that, we will start clipping it so you can see it in short form on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, and potentially X as well.
Yeah, anyone that's very good at noticing me and what I'm doing behind the scenes. So I'm getting distracted tonight because there's a lot of transfer stuff going through at the moment. I'm like,
I bet.
okay. So yeah, even right now, there's stuff happening. So yeah, what he said no watch long was like he meant it. Mate, I am not doing no watch on for that game.
Listen,
What
we
was it?
might end up
Is it
winning
8
three by
o'clock on
three or four.
Thursday? 8 o'clock on a Thursday
Quarter
night.
past eight.
Quarter past.
Eight.
Who the
I
heck
think it's
puts a
8 o'clock
quarter
or
past
quarter
eight?
past. Chris, what is
Yeah,
it?
no, not on your Nelly. So yeah, I'll watch the game, but that's it. Match reaction will be the following day. I promise you that. But yeah, guys, thank you ever so much. Ali, where can they find you, my friend?
Here on Football Takeover on YouTube, Football TK over on X, Instagram, and TikTok.
Excellent stuff.
We
Excellent
keep
stuff.
moving forward.
Right.
There's lots of things, obviously, as a channel that we're gonna be doing as the months go on. But once Bobby's done his thing and he's fit and healthy 100%, then we'll start pressing on with that stuff, and we'll talk off camera to sort those things out and the ideas that we have going forwards on Football Takeover.
Indeed, we've got much planned, but obviously I've got a little bit of a bump in the road at the moment.
Which is fine.
Once I'm
We're
over that
comfortable.
bump, obviously I don't know how it's going to affect me yet. Obviously, I have no idea because I've not seen
Yeah.
this appointment to see exactly what they're going to do to my mouth. Basically, the
Mhm.
lump's got to come out. It depends in what kind of situation and how bad it's going to be. Let's just wait and see. But all I'm doing is planning this week, and then we'll move on to the
That's all
following
we
week
gotta
after
do.
that.
All right.
That's how we do it, guys. Thank you ever so much. Speak to you
God
all
bless
very
you
very
all.
soon.
Take
Take
care.
it easy. Bye bye.
Nice one, Bobby.